M-1 Global presents.
Итак, уважаемые поклонники исторического фехтования и боевых искусств, M-1 Medieval представляет вашему вниманию трехраундовый поединок по правилам исторического фехтования. В синем углу рейджа рыцарь представляет команду «Стальной кулак» из города Новосибирск. Приветствуйте! Александр Андреев!
Правду реки мы сибиряки, часть человечества, воды одной реки.
Александр Андреев! Россия!
Рыцарь в красном углу рейджа представляет клуб «Дзурцук», Назрань, Республика Ингушетия. Приветствуйте! Рустам Кукурхоев по прозвищу Ржавый.
Рожденный, пусть же твое имя в устах ее услышит белый свет. Ингуш, в тебе живет мужчина с рождения и до последних лет.
Итак, уважаемые поклонники боевых искусств, представляем вашему вниманию трехраундовый бой по правилам исторического фехтования. Напоминаю регламент: 3 раунда по 3 минуты каждый. Представляю вам рыцарей. Рыцарь в синем углу. Ему 18 лет. Вес в доспехах 109,6 килограммов. Рост 185 сантиметров. Профессиональный рекорд. 3 боя, 3 победы. Он призер международных турниров по историческому фехтованию. Представляет клуб «Стальной кулак», город Новосибирск. Приветствуйте, Александр Андреев! И его соперник в красном углу. Ему 29 лет. Вес в доспехах 98,1 килограмма. Рост 173 сантиметра. Профессиональный рекорд. 1 победа, 1 ничья, ни одного поражения. В красном углу рейджа чемпион Европы по jiu-jitsu. Отважный рыцарь представляет клуб «Дзурцук», Назрань, Республика Ингушетия. Приветствуйте! Рустам Кукурхоев по прозвищу Ржавый рыцарь. Отдельные аплодисменты бесстрашному рефери поединка Иван Васильев. Приблизить начало поединка, господа, могут только ваши аплодисменты.
Бойцы на центр. Напоминаю правила. Запрещены любые колющие удары, запрещены удары в стопу, по шее сзади, запрещены болевые удушающие приемы. Слушайте мои команды, соблюдайте правила. Ударьте друг друга по кулакам, разойдитесь по углам.
Well, Ian, the moment that you, me, and most of our viewers have been waiting for all night is here. It's time for some good old-fashioned medieval knight fighting with sword and armor. And here we go. Alexandr Andreev faces Rustam Kukurhoyev. Two heavyweights going at it with blunt swords, shields, and armor.
Shields straight in the face. You can get takedowns as well. Takedown counts.
And Kukurhoyev gets the takedown, lets his shield right down.
This is how he won his last fight. The referee's not allowing it to stay down long.
But Kukurhoyev wasting no time here with his attack. Taking Andreev to the ground and attacking with his shield. Relentless.
You can tell Kukurhoyev has a jiu-jitsu background.
Yeah, he's a former BJJ and MMA fighter, but decided to transition into the sport of medieval knight fighting, a sport that is very popular over here in Russia. Not too many medieval knight fights in Western Europe, but here in Russia, people love it. And you can see why. Lots of action in the opening moments of the round one.
Oh, there's a sword snap.
And the sword broke. You don't see that very often.
In fact, I've never seen it at all. It's not very often I watch this.
But a knight won't be a knight if he wouldn't have another sword. In fact, it looks like a machete.
But the outfit that they're wearing has to be heavy as well.
Yeah.
It's all padded underneath as well as on top. Obviously, you've got the chainmail around the face and the helmet.
There's a good point there, Ian, because if you get taken down, it is very hard to stand back up with a heavy armor like this on. Wow, hard shots by both fighters with their wooden shields here. As this medieval knight fight just turned into a Mexican machete fight, at least on the part of Alexandr Andreev. Gets pushed into the corner here, knee
nice
strikes
knees
by Kukurhoyev, who makes good use of his MMA fighting experience here in this very entertaining medieval knife fight.
There's a knee.
Another knee, and I wonder how much impact those knees have, because it's metal on metal. Only here at M-1, folks, you can get a glimpse of how our ancestors fought on the battlefields during medieval times. And Rustam Kukurhoyev seems to get the better of Alexandr Andreev in this first round. That is almost over here. Last attack by Kukurhoyev. Wow, we have seen a lot in this first round alone, Ian. A broken sword, lots of action, a takedown, ground and pound with a wooden shield.
I think I would feel claustrophobic in those helmets.
Yeah.
Especially around the latter part of the rounds when it must be really hot under there.
Yeah, here we see some highlights. That wooden shield, ground and pound. And iron helmet or not, this got to hurt, Ian. And I mean, these medieval knight fights, they might look like a sideshow attraction, but people here in Russia, they take this very seriously.
Oh, they love it. Yeah, they love it.
And the athletes do as well, so well-prepared athletes in this medieval fight.
Well, to be honest, the first time I saw this, I actually thought it was just a demonstration. I didn't realize it was a real fight. You know, they're hitting each other, and I thought, you know, they're just showing everyone what it used to be like. And then I realized there was a winner at the end of it. Obviously, I've seen a few since, and they do take it serious.
Yeah, definitely way harder than your traditional demonstration on the medieval show. Both fighters really go at it here, of course with blunt swords, but nevertheless, go at it.
Back in the day, though, I don't think they'd have stools and water in between rounds.
Have you been there, Ian?
I think it was.
How do you know?
I was born around about that time, but I think it was. I think it was to the death.
Round 2 underway. Alexandr Andreev in the red armor against Rustam Kukurhoyev in the white one. Kukurhoyev got the better of Andreev in the first round, but Andreev attacks right away with his machete-like sword.
Well, Kukurhoyev, like I say, I watched his last fight. That's how he won. He took his opponent down, hit him so hard with the shield across the body. His opponent had to defend with his arm, and he broke his opponent's arm, and the fight couldn't continue. So that was after knocking him half unconscious as well, I must add.
So definitely more than fun and games here. Those medieval fights, as you said, injuries can happen. A tough sport here at M-1 Challenge 73. Both fighters now trading blows with the sword.
Kukurhoyev not as active as he normally is.
Yeah, maybe this heavy armor took its toll already. You just mentioned it, the armor very heavy, very warm under it as well.
Yeah, well, to be honest, we were outdoors the last time I seen him fight, so in here it is hot under these lights with all this crowd. It's very warm.
Andreev seems to gain a second win here and looks better as in round 1. But I'd like to see him use his reach advantage a bit more. Always gets clinched up here by Kukurhoyev.
Both guys are breathing heavy, aren't they? But who can blame them? It's got to be warm under there. Oh, went for the takedown. Saved by the ropes.
Nicely executed, nevertheless, by Kukurhoyev, and now we're about to witness more of that stunning ground and pound attack with the shield. Knee on belly position by Kukurhoyev. But both fighters get stood back up. Yeah, the movement alone is exhausting with those heavy armors. There's no title on the line here, Ian, but maybe the winner gets the beautiful princess, who knows? Second round in the books, both fighters exhausted as they step back into their corners. I wonder that those plastic stools even hold the weight of those armors. Here a few scenes from a second round. Beautiful takedown by Kukurhoyev. A lot more even this second round, but I think with this takedown in the last seconds, Kukurhoyev should have edged that one out as well.
Well, different tactics in the corner, as you can see. One fighter sitting there with his helmet still on, Kukurhoyev with his helmet off and having water poured down the back of his uniform.
Might be the better idea to get off under this helm. Because as you said multiple times, It's very hot under there. Now that's the experience of Kukurhоев, who has fought in many medieval knight fights before. But Андреев as well, he's unbeaten in medieval knife fighting, 3-0. The Novosibirsk native. People here in Ingushetia obviously enjoying this fight. And we are as well, as we are set for round number 3, the final round of this medieval knight fight. Both fighters are ready. And off we go to round number 3. Both fighters attacking with their swords. Most of those shots blocked though by the shield. So it might be a good idea to go for the legs or go for the body, as Андреев just did. Now Андреев has Kukурхоев in the corner.
Yeah, Андреев looks the stronger, but oh, he's got to hold the ropes. The crowd is screaming.
Yeah, referee saw it too late.
Obviously, it's their guy from Ingushetia who's trying to get the takedown. So the crowd was screaming when Андреев was holding the rope.
But Kukurhоев seems to be fading more and more as the fight goes on. Had a really strong start, was overwhelming Андреев in the first round, but Андреев getting more and more confident in his last and final round. Fighters separated here, fighting on pure will with empty gas tanks, but a lot of determination. Who will take home the victory tonight? Alexander Андреев or Rусtam Kukурхоев from Ingushetia?
Well, these medieval knights must have been fit back in the day.
Yeah.
Because this is only after 9 minutes.
And back in the day, they did that all day, every day. Final minutes of this fight. Very even battle. What would you do, Ian, to edge out the victory here if you were one of those two guys?
Use a gun. Oh, guns weren't invented back then, were they?
Now Kukurhоев catching a second breath here and finishing strong, raising his arm as he hopes to have gained the victory in that entertaining yet evenly and closely fought battle with swords and armor. Always a treat here, these medieval knight fights. And as we see the fighters get rid of their armors, catching their breath. We are awaiting the official decision by the judges. Of course, our judges here not only educated in pro MMA, but also in pro knight fighting.
И персональное историческое фехтование в этом поединке единогласным решением судей победу одержал рыцарь из Республики Ингушетия, Рустам Кукурхоев. Цурцук, Назрань, Республика Ингушетия. Ржавый, как настроение? Отдышись немножко, а мы поаплодируем, поддержим. Уже хорошо знаком этот рыцарь поклонникам боевых искусств.
Ассаламу алейкум. Спасибо ингушскому народу, а также братскому чеченскому народу. Я эту победу посвящаю чечено-ингушам. Аллаху Акбар!